Imagine living a life where your mind is liberated from the incessant noise of stress, doubt, and overthinking. Envision an existence where you no longer carry the heavy weight of grudges or the exhausting burden of constantly comparing yourself to others. Picture yourself free from dwelling on past mistakes and liberated from the fear of what the future may hold. In today's video, we will delve into 7 powerful habits that you need to relinquish in order to truly free your mind and embrace the inner peace you so richly deserve. Drawing upon the timeless wisdom of Buddhism, these transformative lessons will serve as your guide, helping you shed mental clutter and unlock profound clarity, enduring happiness, and emotional freedom. Together, we will embark on a journey toward a more serene and balanced life, empowering you to cultivate a peaceful mind and a joyful heart. Join me as we explore these essential habits and take the first steps towards a calmer, more fulfilling existence. 1. Quit overthinking. Overthinking is a pervasive habit that many of us unknowingly fall into. It's the act of continuously dwelling on the same thoughts, creating elaborate scenarios in our minds, analyzing situations far beyond what's necessary, and stressing about things that haven't even happened. This relentless mental activity often leads to confusion, stress, and anxiety. While overthinking keeps your mind busy, it doesn't lead to any meaningful action or peace. Instead, it traps you in a cycle of perpetual mental unrest, preventing you from experiencing the present moment fully. At its core, overthinking is a form of mental overactivity that detracts from our ability to live harmoniously in the present. When you overthink, you engage in a repetitive loop of thoughts that serve little to no productive purpose. This can manifest in various ways, such as replaying past events, worrying excessively about the future, or obsessing over decisions and their potential outcomes. The more you engage in overthinking, the more entrenched these negative thought patterns become, creating a barrier between you and the peace of mind you seek. Buddhism offers profound insights into the nature of overthinking and its detrimental effects on our well-being. According to Buddhist teachings, overthinking creates suffering because it prevents us from being present and experiencing life as it truly is. The Buddha emphasized the importance of mindfulness, being fully aware and present in each moment. Mindfulness involves observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment, allowing us to experience life directly without the distortions of excessive analysis. One of the key principles in Buddhism is the concept of the middle way, which advocates for a balanced approach to life, avoiding the extremes of overindulgence and extreme asceticism. Similarly, when it comes to our mental habits, Buddhism teaches that we should neither suppress our thoughts nor become enslaved by them. Instead, we should cultivate a mindful awareness that allows us to navigate our thoughts without being overwhelmed by them. Overthinking tends to focus on hypothetical situations, creating mental narratives filled with worry or regret. For instance, you might find yourself ruminating over a conversation you had days ago, wondering if you said the right things or if the other person understood your intentions. Alternatively, you might project yourself into the future, imagining worst-case scenarios that may never come to pass. These mental exercises are often unproductive and can lead to heightened levels of anxiety and stress. Instead of allowing your mind to spiral into these patterns, Buddhism encourages the practice of bringing your focus back to the here and now. This means anchoring your awareness in the present moment, observing your thoughts without getting entangled in them. By doing so, you can break free from the cycle of overthinking and experience a sense of mental clarity and tranquility. The next time you find yourself overthinking, pause and take a deep breath. This simple act of breathing serves as a powerful anchor, grounding you in the present moment. Focus on the physical sensations of your breath, the rise and fall of your chest, the coolness of the air entering your nostrils, the gentle rhythm of your breathing. By concentrating on these tangible sensations, you can shift your attention away from the abstract and often distressing thoughts that contribute to overthinking. Mindfulness practice involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment, whether it's the feeling of your feet on the ground, the sounds around you, or the task at hand. Bringing your focus to these immediate experiences can help you disengage from endless mental loops. This practice not only reduces the tendency to overthink, but also fosters a deeper connection with your surroundings and yourself. One effective mindfulness technique is the body scan, where you systematically focus on different parts of your body, noticing any sensations without trying to change them. This practice helps you become more aware of your physical presence, anchoring your mind in the present and away from the turmoil of overthinking. Another technique is mindful breathing, where you concentrate solely on your breath, allowing any intrusive thoughts to pass by without engaging with them. Trusting that things will unfold as they should is another crucial aspect of overcoming overthinking. Often, our minds generate countless what-if scenarios, each laden with uncertainty and fear. However, by trusting in the natural flow of life, you can alleviate the pressure to control every outcome. This trust doesn't imply complacency, but rather an acceptance that some things are beyond your control. By letting go of the need to micromanage every aspect of your life, you can reduce the anxiety that fuels overthinking. When you stop overthinking, you allow yourself to live with clarity, calmness, and confidence. Clarity emerges because your mind is no longer clouded by unnecessary worries and doubts. Calmness arises from the absence of constant mental agitation, and confidence is born from the trust you place in yourself and the natural progression of life. These qualities contribute to a more balanced and fulfilling existence, enabling you to engage with life's challenges and joys more effectively. To further understand the impact of overthinking, let's consider a few real-life scenarios. Imagine you're preparing for an important presentation at work. Instead of focusing on delivering your message effectively, you find yourself obsessing over every possible mistake you could make. You replay potential missteps in your mind, worrying about how your colleagues will perceive you. This excessive analysis not only heightens your anxiety, but also hampers your ability to perform to the best of your abilities. In another scenario, you might be in a relationship where you constantly second-guess your partner's actions and intentions. Instead of enjoying the connection, you become consumed by doubts and fears, interpreting every gesture and word through a lens of suspicion. This overthinking creates unnecessary tension and distance, undermining the very foundation of your relationship. In both cases, the underlying issue is not the events themselves, but the mental narratives you construct around them. By adopting mindfulness practices inspired by Buddhism, you can learn to observe these thoughts without getting entangled in them. This shift in perspective allows you to address the root causes of your overthinking, fostering a more harmonious and peaceful state of mind. Moreover, Buddhism teaches the importance of compassion, not just towards others, but also towards oneself. Overthinking is often accompanied by self-criticism and harsh judgments. By cultivating self-compassion, you can soften the critical voice within, offering yourself the same kindness and understanding you would extend to a friend. This compassionate approach reduces the tendency to dwell on mistakes and encourages a more forgiving and accepting attitude towards yourself. Another aspect of overcoming overthinking is recognizing the impermanent nature of thoughts and emotions. In Buddhism, the concept of impermanence, anicca, highlights that all phenomena, including our thoughts and feelings, are transient and ever-changing. Understanding this can help you detach from your thoughts, viewing them as passing events rather than fixed realities. This perspective diminishes the power of overthinking as you become less likely to cling to or resist your mental experiences. Incorporating meditation into your daily routine can also be highly beneficial in managing overthinking. Meditation provides a structured way to train your mind, enhancing your ability to maintain focus and cultivate mindfulness. Regular meditation practice strengthens the mental muscles needed to redirect your attention away from overthinking and towards the present moment. Over time, this practice can lead to lasting changes in how you relate to your thoughts and emotions. Additionally, engaging in activities that promote flow, where you are fully immersed and lose track of time, can help reduce overthinking. Whether it's painting, playing a musical instrument, gardening, or any other hobby that captivates your attention, these activities provide a natural outlet for your mental energy, diverting it away from unproductive rumination. It's also important to address the underlying causes of overthinking. Often, overthinking is a symptom of deeper issues such as unresolved trauma, low self-esteem, or chronic stress. By seeking professional help through therapy or counseling, you can work through these underlying issues, gaining insights and strategies to manage your thoughts more effectively. Combining professional support with mindfulness practices creates a comprehensive approach to overcoming overthinking. Incorporating gratitude into your daily life is another powerful tool in combating overthinking. By focusing on what you're grateful for, you shift your attention away from worries and negative thoughts. Gratitude fosters a positive mindset, enhancing your overall well-being and reducing the propensity to overthink. Keeping a gratitude journal, where you regularly write down things you're thankful for, can reinforce this positive focus and help rewire your brain to seek out the good in your life. Building a supportive community also plays a vital role in managing overthinking. Surrounding yourself with understanding and compassionate individuals provides a safe space to share your thoughts and feelings. This support network can offer different perspectives, helping you break free from the narrow confines of your overthinking patterns. Engaging in meaningful conversations and activities with others fosters a sense of connection and belonging, which are essential for mental well-being. Ultimately, overcoming overthinking is a journey that requires patience, persistence, and self-compassion. It's about gradually transforming your relationship with your thoughts, moving from a state of entanglement to one of mindful observation. By embracing the wisdom of Buddhism and integrating mindfulness practices into your daily life, you can cultivate a mind that is clear, calm, and free from the incessant noise of overthinking. As you embark on this journey, remember that change doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process of unlearning old habits and adopting new, healthier ways of thinking. Celebrate each small victory along the way, whether it's successfully redirecting your thoughts during a moment of overthinking or noticing a decrease in your overall anxiety levels. These incremental steps accumulate, leading to significant improvements in your mental and emotional well-being. In conclusion, overthinking is a common but conquerable habit that stands in the way of inner peace and mental clarity. By understanding its roots and implementing strategies inspired by Buddhist teachings, you can break free from the cycle of endless rumination. Embrace mindfulness, cultivate self-compassion, and trust in the natural flow of life. In doing so, you'll create space for a more serene and fulfilling existence, allowing you to experience life's moments with greater clarity, calmness, and confidence. 2. Quit holding grudges. Grudges are a heavy burden, and they keep your mind trapped in a relentless cycle of anger and resentment. We all, at some point in our lives, experience the pain of being wronged or hurt by someone, Whether it's a personal betrayal, a professional setback, or a fleeting misunderstanding, these negative experiences can leave deep emotional scars. However, holding on to that pain, nourishing it, and refusing to forgive only prolongs your suffering and hinders your personal growth. In today's discussion, we will delve into the profound impact of grudges on our mental and emotional well-being and explore how the timeless wisdom of Buddhism offers a path to liberation through forgiveness. Buddhism teaches that attachment to negative emotions, such as grudges, only creates more suffering. According to Buddhist philosophy, suffering, dukkha, arises from our attachments and aversions. When we hold on to grudges, we are essentially clinging to past hurts, allowing them to dominate our present thoughts and emotions. This attachment prevents us from experiencing true peace and happiness. The Buddha often spoke about the importance of forgiveness and the peace it brings, not just to the person who wronged us, but to ourselves as well. Forgiveness is not about condoning the wrongdoing or forgetting the pain inflicted upon us. Rather, it is about releasing ourselves from the chains of negative emotions that keep us tethered to past grievances. When you hold a grudge, you are inadvertently giving power to the person who hurt you, even if they are unaware of the continued resentment you harbor. This act of holding on transforms the other person into a source of ongoing pain, rather than allowing yourself to move forward. Grudges consume your energy, tying it up in negativity and preventing you from focusing on more positive and productive aspects of your life. It's akin to carrying a heavy sack filled with stones. Each stone represents a grudge, and the cumulative weight keeps you stuck in one place, unable to progress or enjoy the journey of life. The only way to truly heal and lighten this burden is to let go of that sack. Forgiving doesn't mean that what was done to you is acceptable, nor does it erase the pain you have endured. Instead, forgiveness is about freeing yourself from the negative emotions that keep you anchored to the past. By choosing to forgive, you reclaim your power and open the door to emotional freedom. This act of letting go is a gift you give to yourself, allowing your heart and mind to heal and move forward, unencumbered by past hurts. Buddhist teachings emphasize that forgiveness is a form of self-care and self-compassion. When you forgive, you free your heart and mind from the grip of resentment and anger. This release allows you to experience a sense of peace and tranquility that was previously unattainable due to the weight of grudges. Letting go of grudges means releasing the control that past events have over your present and future. It enables you to live more fully in the moment, appreciating the beauty and opportunities that each day brings without being overshadowed by past grievances. One of the fundamental principles in Buddhism is the practice of mindfulness, which involves being fully present and aware of each moment without judgment. Mindfulness encourages us to observe our thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. When it comes to holding grudges, mindfulness teaches us to recognize the negative emotions associated with past hurts and to release them with compassion and understanding. Instead of allowing these emotions to fester and grow, mindfulness provides us with the tools to acknowledge them and gently let them go, fostering a sense of inner peace and balance. Moreover, Buddhism teaches the concept of impermanence, anicca, which highlights that all things, including our thoughts and emotions, are transient and ever-changing. Understanding the impermanent nature of our feelings can help us detach from grudges, viewing them as passing experiences rather than fixed realities. This perspective diminishes the power of grudges as we come to realize that the emotions they evoke are not permanent fixtures in our lives, but temporary states that we can choose to release. Forgiveness also aligns with the Buddhist principle of compassion, karuna, which extends not only to others but also to ourselves. Often, holding a grudge involves harsh self-criticism and a refusal to grant ourselves the compassion we deserve. By practicing forgiveness, we cultivate a compassionate attitude towards ourselves, recognizing that holding on to resentment only harms our own well-being. This self-compassion is essential for healing and personal growth, allowing us to move forward with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. Let us consider some practical steps inspired by Buddhist teachings to help you let go of grudges and embrace forgiveness. 1. Acknowledge your emotions. The first step towards forgiveness is to recognize and accept the emotions you are experiencing. Whether it's anger, sadness, or frustration, acknowledging these feelings without judgment is crucial. Suppressing or ignoring your emotions only prolongs the pain, whereas accepting them allows you to address and release them. 2. Practice mindfulness. Engage in mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing, or mindful walking. These practices help you stay present and aware of your thoughts and emotions, enabling you to observe them without becoming overwhelmed. Mindfulness creates a space between you and your grudges, making it easier to let go. 3. Cultivate compassion. Extend compassion towards yourself and the person who wronged you. Understand that everyone makes mistakes and that holding on to resentment only harms you. Compassionate understanding can soften the grip of grudges, making forgiveness a more attainable goal. 4. Reflect on impermanence. Remind yourself of the impermanent nature of all things, including your negative emotions. Understanding that your feelings will change and that holding on to grudges is a temporary state can motivate you to let go and move forward. 5. Release the need for control. Accept that you cannot control everything, including the actions and responses of others. Letting go of the need to control outcomes allows you to release the burden of grudges and embrace the flow of life with greater ease. 6. Engage in healing activities. Participate in activities that promote healing and relaxation, such as yoga, journaling, or spending time in nature. These activities can help you process your emotions and create a sense of inner calm, making it easier to forgive and move on. 7. Seek support. Surround yourself with a supportive community or seek guidance from a counselor or spiritual mentor. Sharing your feelings with others can provide new perspectives and reinforce your commitment to letting go of grudges. To illustrate the transformative power of forgiveness, let's explore a couple of real-life scenarios. Imagine you have a close friend who betrayed your trust, leaving you feeling hurt and abandoned. Holding a grudge against this friend keeps the pain alive, preventing you from forming new, meaningful connections. By choosing to forgive, you not only release the negative emotions associated with the betrayal, but also open yourself up to healing and new relationships that bring joy and fulfillment into your life. In another scenario, consider a professional setback where a colleague undermined your efforts, leading to a missed promotion or a damaged reputation. Holding a grudge in this situation can lead to ongoing stress and anxiety, affecting your performance and overall well-being. Forgiving your colleague allows you to move past the hurt, focus on your own growth, and create a more positive and productive work environment. These examples highlight that forgiveness is not about excusing the actions of others, but about liberating yourself from the emotional turmoil that grudges create. It is a proactive step towards reclaiming your peace and fostering a more positive and resilient mindset. Furthermore, forgiveness aligns with the Buddhist practice of loving kindness, metta, which involves cultivating unconditional love and goodwill towards all beings, including those who have wronged us. By practicing metta, you develop a compassionate and non-judgmental attitude, making it easier to forgive and let go of grudges. This practice not only benefits your emotional health, but also contributes to a more harmonious and interconnected community. Another important aspect of overcoming grudges is understanding the role of ego and self-identity in maintaining resentment. Often, grudges are tied to our sense of self and our desire to protect our identity from perceived threats or injustices. By letting go of grudges, we can transcend the limitations of our ego, fostering a more expansive and inclusive sense of self that is open to growth and change. Buddhism also emphasizes the interconnectedness of all beings, recognizing that our actions and emotions impact not only ourselves, but also those around us. By releasing grudges, we contribute to a more compassionate and understanding world, promoting collective well-being and harmony. This interconnected perspective encourages us to let go of personal resentments in favor of a greater sense of unity and shared humanity. Incorporating forgiveness into your daily life requires commitment and practice. It is a gradual process that involves consistently applying mindfulness, compassion, and understanding to your interactions and inner experiences. Here are some additional strategies to support your journey towards forgiveness. Daily reflection. Set aside time each day to reflect on your emotions and experiences. Use this time to identify any lingering grudges and consciously decide to release them. Journaling can be a helpful tool for this reflection, allowing you to articulate your feelings and track your progress over time. Affirmations. Use positive affirmations to reinforce your commitment to forgiveness. Phrases like, "I release the past and embrace the present," or "I choose peace over resentment," can help shift your mindset and reinforce your intention to let go of grudges. Visualization. Visualize yourself letting go of grudges and experiencing the freedom and peace that comes with forgiveness. This mental imagery can strengthen your resolve and make the process of forgiveness feel more tangible and achievable. Gratitude practice. Cultivate a habit of gratitude by focusing on the positive aspects of your life. Recognizing and appreciating the good can counterbalance the negative emotions associated with grudges, making it easier to let go and move forward with a positive outlook. In conclusion, grudges are a significant source of mental and emotional suffering, keeping us trapped in a cycle of negativity and preventing us from experiencing true peace and happiness. Buddhism offers profound wisdom on the importance of forgiveness as a means to release these burdens and cultivate a more compassionate and mindful existence. By embracing forgiveness, we free our hearts and minds from the chains of past hurts, allowing us to live more fully in the present moment with clarity, calmness, and confidence. The journey to forgiveness is not always easy, but it is a path worth pursuing for the sake of your own well-being and personal growth. By integrating mindfulness, compassion, and the principles of impermanence into your daily life, you can transform your relationship with grudges and embrace a more peaceful and fulfilling existence. Remember, forgiveness is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice that nurtures your inner peace and contributes to a more harmonious and connected world. As you embark on this journey, be patient with yourself and acknowledge each step you take towards letting go of grudges. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and remain committed to fostering a mindset of forgiveness and compassion. In doing so, you will unlock the profound peace and emotional freedom that you deserve, allowing you to live your life with greater joy, resilience, and serenity. 3. Quit comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others is a deeply ingrained habit that many of us adopt, often without even realizing it. Society, with its constant stream of images, success stories, and curated lifestyles, perpetuates this tendency to measure our worth against that of others. Whether it's through social media, workplace dynamics, or personal relationships, the impulse to compare ourselves to others in terms of appearance, success, possessions, or relationships is pervasive. However, this habit is not only unproductive, but also creates unnecessary suffering, leading to feelings of inadequacy, jealousy, and a persistent sense of inferiority. At its core, the act of comparison stems from a fundamental human desire to evaluate our own standing and achievements. While some level of self-assessment can be beneficial, allowing us to set goals and strive for improvement, the problem arises when these comparisons become constant and negative. When we continually measure ourselves against others, we undermine our own unique journey and diminish our self-worth. This relentless comparison game distracts us from recognizing our individual strengths, accomplishments, and the personal growth we have achieved over time. Buddhism offers profound insights into the detrimental effects of this habit and provides a path toward liberation from its grip. According to Buddhist teachings, comparing ourselves to others is not only unhelpful, but also harmful because it prevents us from fully appreciating our own unique journey. The Buddha emphasized the importance of self-awareness and compassion, encouraging individuals to look inward rather than outward for validation and fulfillment. By focusing on others, we fail to recognize and honor our own progress, leading to a distorted sense of self-worth that is dependent on external measures. One of the key principles in Buddhism is the recognition of impermanence, anicca, which teaches us that all things are constantly changing and nothing remains static. This includes our achievements, relationships, and even our own abilities. Understanding impermanence helps us realize that comparing ourselves to others is futile because everyone's circumstances, strengths, and struggles are different and ever-evolving. No two individuals walk the same path, and each person's journey is unique, shaped by a myriad of personal experiences and challenges. Therefore, measuring our progress against someone else's only leads to frustration and dissatisfaction, as it fails to account for the unique context of our own lives. Moreover, Buddhism encourages the cultivation of mindfulness, sati, which involves being fully present and aware of our thoughts and feelings without judgment. Mindfulness allows us to observe the tendency to compare ourselves to others without becoming entangled in it. By practicing mindfulness, we can recognize when we are engaging in comparison and gently redirect our focus back to our own experiences and growth. This shift in focus fosters a deeper appreciation for our individuality and the progress we have made, independent of external benchmarks. When we stop comparing ourselves to others, we begin to embrace our individuality and recognize the inherent value in our unique journey. This shift in perspective leads to greater self-compassion, inner peace, and freedom from jealousy. Self-compassion, a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, involves treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a close friend. By cultivating self-compassion, we can acknowledge our achievements and struggles without judgment, fostering a healthier and more balanced sense of self-worth. One of the most liberating aspects of letting go of comparison is the freedom from the constant need for external validation. In a society that often equates success and happiness with material possessions, social status, or physical appearance, the pressure to conform to external standards can be overwhelming. However, Buddhism teaches that true fulfillment comes from within, not from external accolades or comparisons. By focusing on our own growth, challenges, and achievements, we can develop a sense of self-worth that is independent of others' opinions or societal expectations. Embracing our uniqueness also means celebrating who we are just as we are. This acceptance allows us to appreciate our strengths and acknowledge our weaknesses without feeling the need to hide or change them to fit someone else's mold. When we celebrate our individuality, we create space for authenticity and genuine self-expression, which are essential for personal happiness and fulfillment. This authenticity attracts positive relationships and opportunities that align with our true selves, rather than forcing ourselves into roles or paths that do not resonate with our inner values and desires. Furthermore, Buddhism teaches that the only comparison that truly matters is to our own past selves. Every day presents an opportunity to grow and evolve, to become a better version of ourselves than we were yesterday. By focusing on our own progress, we can set meaningful and personalized goals that reflect our unique aspirations and potential. This inward focus fosters a sense of accomplishment and motivation that is rooted in personal growth rather than external validation. Let us explore some practical steps inspired by Buddhist teachings to help you overcome the habit of comparing yourself to others. 1. Cultivate mindfulness. Engage in regular mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing, or mindful walking. These practices help you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions, allowing you to recognize when you are engaging in comparison. By observing these thoughts without judgment, you can gently redirect your focus back to your own experiences and growth. 2. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a close friend. Acknowledge your achievements and struggles without harsh self-criticism. Self-compassion fosters a healthier and more balanced sense of self-worth, reducing the need for external validation. 3. Focus on personal growth. Set goals that are meaningful to you based on your own aspirations and values. Celebrate your progress and achievements, no matter how small, and recognize that everyone's journey is unique. By focusing on your own growth, you can cultivate a sense of fulfillment that is independent of others' accomplishments. 4. Embrace impermanence. Remind yourself of the Buddhist concept of impermanence and recognize that both your achievements and challenges are transient. Understanding that everything is constantly changing can help you let go of the need to compare yourself to others, as you realize that everyone's circumstances and abilities are also evolving. 5. Engage in gratitude practice. Cultivate a habit of gratitude by regularly reflecting on the positive aspects of your life. Recognizing and appreciating what you have can shift your focus away from what you lack, reducing the tendency to compare yourself to others. 6. Limit exposure to triggers. Identify the situations, environments, or people that trigger the habit of comparison and take steps to limit your exposure to them. This might involve curating your social media feeds, setting boundaries in relationships, or creating a more positive and supportive environment for yourself. 7. Seek support. Surround yourself with a supportive community or seek guidance from a counselor or spiritual mentor. Sharing your feelings with others can provide new perspectives and reinforce your commitment to focusing on your own journey. To illustrate the transformative power of letting go of comparison, consider the following scenarios. Imagine you are scrolling through social media and see images of a friend's recent achievements, perhaps a new job, a beautiful home, or a seemingly perfect relationship. Instead of feeling inspired, you find yourself feeling inadequate and questioning your own accomplishments. This comparison triggers feelings of jealousy and lowers your self-esteem, making you overlook your own successes and the unique path you are on. By practicing mindfulness, you can observe these feelings without judgment and redirect your focus to your own achievements, recognizing that your journey is just as valuable and meaningful. In another scenario, consider a professional environment where colleagues are constantly vying for promotions and recognition. The competitive atmosphere fosters a culture of comparison, leading to stress and burnout. Instead of engaging in this unhealthy competition, you choose to focus on your own growth and development. By setting personal goals and celebrating your progress, you create a sense of fulfillment that is independent of others' achievements, fostering a more positive and collaborative work environment. These examples highlight that letting go of comparison is not about diminishing others, but about elevating yourself. It is a proactive step towards self-acceptance and personal growth, allowing you to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. By embracing your uniqueness and focusing on your own journey, you cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience that is not easily shaken by external circumstances. Furthermore, Buddhism teaches that our sense of self is interconnected with the world around us. By releasing the habit of comparison, we contribute to a more compassionate and harmonious community. When we stop viewing others as benchmarks for our own worth, we begin to see them as fellow travelers on their own unique journeys. This shift in perspective fosters empathy and understanding, creating stronger and more meaningful connections with others. Incorporating these Buddhist principles into your daily life requires commitment and practice. It is a gradual process of unlearning old habits and adopting new, healthier ways of thinking. Here are some additional strategies to support your journey. Daily reflection. Set aside time each day to reflect on your thoughts and experiences. Use this time to identify any instances where you engaged in comparison and consciously decide to let go of those thoughts. Journaling can be a helpful tool for this reflection, allowing you to articulate your feelings and track your progress over time. Affirmations. Use positive affirmations to reinforce your commitment to focusing on your own journey. Phrases like, "I am enough just as I am," or "I celebrate my unique path," can help shift your mindset and reinforce your intention to embrace your individuality. Visualization. Visualize yourself living a life free from the burden of comparison. Imagine the freedom and peace that come from focusing on your own growth and celebrating your achievements. This mental imagery can strengthen your resolve and make the process of letting go feel more tangible and achievable. Gratitude practice. Cultivate a habit of gratitude by regularly acknowledging the positive aspects of your life. Recognizing and appreciating what you have can counterbalance the negative emotions associated with comparison, making it easier to focus on your own journey. In conclusion, comparing yourself to others is a habit that fosters unnecessary suffering and hinders your personal growth and happiness. Buddhism offers valuable wisdom on the importance of focusing inward, embracing your unique journey, and cultivating self-compassion. By letting go of the need to compare yourself to others, you can develop a deeper sense of self-worth, inner peace, and fulfillment. Embrace your individuality, celebrate your progress, and trust in your own path, knowing that the only meaningful comparison is with your past self. In doing so, you unlock the freedom to live authentically and joyfully, experiencing life with greater clarity, calmness, and confidence. 4. Quit saying yes to everything. Saying yes to everything is a common habit that many of us develop, often stemming from a deep-seated desire to please others or a fear of conflict. Whether it's at work, within our personal relationships, or even in casual social interactions, the impulse to agree to every commitment, obligation, and request can become overwhelming. While the intention behind this behavior is usually positive, aiming to be helpful, supportive, and agreeable, it can have significant negative consequences over time. Continuously saying yes, even when we don't have the time or energy to fulfill these commitments, can lead to burnout, resentment, and a profound lack of self-care. In today's fast-paced and interconnected world, our time and energy are constantly being pulled in multiple directions. The demands of modern life can make it challenging to prioritize our own needs and well-being. However, Buddhism offers timeless wisdom that emphasizes the importance of setting healthy boundaries to maintain a balanced and peaceful mind. The Buddha taught that moderation and respect for one's own well-being are essential for a harmonious life. By applying these teachings, we can learn to navigate the pressures of saying yes to everything and instead focus on what truly matters to us. When we say yes to every request or obligation, we often find ourselves overextended and unable to concentrate on our personal priorities. This overcommitment can leave us feeling drained, frustrated, and disconnected from our own needs. Moreover, saying yes out of obligation or fear of disappointing others can create a sense of resentment. We may start to feel that our own desires and well-being are being neglected, leading to emotional exhaustion and a diminished sense of self-worth. It's crucial to recognize that by saying yes to everything, we are often inadvertently saying no to ourselves, our needs, our rest, and our inner peace. Buddhism teaches that setting boundaries is not an act of selfishness, but rather an essential aspect of self-respect and self-care. Establishing healthy boundaries allows us to protect our time and energy, ensuring that we can dedicate ourselves to the activities and relationships that genuinely align with our values and priorities. When we learn to say no, we are taking responsibility for our own well-being, which in turn enables us to be more present and effective in the areas that matter most to us. One of the fundamental principles in Buddhism is mindfulness, which involves being fully aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions in each moment. Mindfulness encourages us to pause and reflect before responding to requests or obligations. By practicing mindfulness, we can become more attuned to our own needs and limits, making it easier to discern when saying yes is beneficial and when it might lead to unnecessary stress and overextension. This awareness empowers us to make conscious choices that support our overall well-being. Another key teaching in Buddhism is the concept of the middle way, which advocates for a balanced approach to life, avoiding extremes of indulgence and deprivation. In the context of setting boundaries, the middle way suggests finding a harmonious balance between being helpful and maintaining our own well-being. It's about neither overcommitting ourselves to please others, nor completely shutting down and refusing all requests. Instead, it's about finding a sustainable and compassionate approach to managing our time and energy. Learning to say no can be challenging, especially if we are accustomed to prioritizing others' needs over our own. However, with practice and patience, it becomes easier to assert our boundaries in a respectful and compassionate manner. Here are some practical steps inspired by Buddhist teachings to help you cultivate the ability to say no. 1. Practice self-awareness. Take time to reflect on your own needs, limits, and priorities. Understanding what is truly important to you can help you make more informed decisions about where to invest your time and energy. 2. Mindful communication. When faced with a request, take a moment to breathe and assess whether saying yes aligns with your current capacity and priorities. Respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively out of a desire to please. 3. Set clear boundaries. Define what you are comfortable with and communicate your boundaries clearly to others. This might involve specifying the types of requests you are willing to accept or the times when you are available. 4. Embrace compassion. Understand that saying no does not mean you are rejecting the other person. It simply means you are prioritizing your own well-being. Approach these conversations with kindness and empathy, both towards yourself and others. 5. Prioritize self-care. Make self-care a non-negotiable part of your routine. When you take care of your own needs, you are better equipped to support others without feeling overwhelmed. 6. Seek support. Surround yourself with people who respect your boundaries and support your efforts to prioritize your well-being. Having a supportive network can make it easier to maintain healthy boundaries. By integrating these practices into your daily life, you can begin to shift the habit of saying yes to everything towards a more balanced and fulfilling approach. This transformation not only enhances your own well-being, but also improves the quality of your relationships and interactions. When you respect your own limits, you set a positive example for others, encouraging a culture of mutual respect and understanding. In conclusion, the habit of saying yes to everything, while rooted in good intentions, can lead to significant personal and emotional strain. Buddhism offers valuable teachings on the importance of setting healthy boundaries and practicing moderation to maintain a peaceful and balanced mind. By learning to say no, we honor our own needs and well-being, allowing us to focus on what truly matters and fostering a life that feels balanced and fulfilling. Embracing these principles not only benefits us individually, but also contributes to more respectful and harmonious interactions with those around us. As you embark on this journey of setting boundaries, remember that it is a compassionate act of self-care that ultimately leads to greater inner peace and a more meaningful, authentic life. 5. Quit relying on external validation. Relying on external validation is a pervasive habit that many of us develop, often unconsciously, as we navigate the complexities of modern life. This habit involves seeking approval, recognition, or acknowledgement from others to feel good about ourselves. Whether it manifests through the number of likes and comments on social media, compliments from friends, praise at work, or affirmation in our personal relationships. The quest for external validation is deeply ingrained in our behavior. While this pursuit can provide temporary boosts in self-esteem, it also carries significant challenges, often leading to feelings of insecurity, anxiety, and a diminished sense of self-worth. At its core, the reliance on external validation stems from a fundamental human desire to belong and be accepted. From a young age, we are conditioned to seek approval from parents, teachers, and peers, reinforcing the notion that our value is tied to how others perceive us. This conditioning can become problematic when we begin to depend excessively on external sources for our sense of self-worth. Instead of cultivating an internal foundation of confidence and self-acceptance, we place our happiness and self-esteem in the hands of others, making our emotional well-being contingent upon their opinions and judgments. The primary issue with external validation is its inherently temporary, unpredictable, and unreliable nature. Positive reinforcement from others, such as compliments or praise, can provide an immediate sense of satisfaction and boost our mood. However, this feeling is fleeting and often requires constant replenishment. When we rely on external sources for validation, we find ourselves in a continuous cycle of seeking approval, never fully satisfied, and always in search of the next affirmation to sustain our self-esteem. This relentless pursuit can create an unhealthy dependency where our self-worth is perpetually tied to external feedback rather than our own intrinsic value. Moreover, external validation can lead to a host of negative emotions and mental states. The unpredictability of others' responses means that our self-worth becomes vulnerable to fluctuations in external circumstances. A single piece of criticism or rejection can disproportionately impact our self-esteem, leaving us feeling inadequate and questioning our worth. This susceptibility to external judgments fosters insecurity and anxiety as we become preoccupied with how others perceive us and whether we measure up to their expectations. Over time, this habit erodes our confidence and fosters a persistent sense of inadequacy, making it difficult to develop a stable and resilient sense of self. In stark contrast to this reliance on external validation, Buddhism offers profound insights into the cultivation of self-worth and inner peace. According to Buddhist teachings, true self-worth originates from within, independent of external opinions or approvals. The Buddha emphasized the importance of self-compassion and acceptance, guiding individuals to recognize and appreciate their inherent value without the need for external affirmation. This internal foundation of self-worth fosters a sense of inner peace and stability, allowing individuals to navigate life's challenges with confidence and resilience. Buddhism teaches that self-compassion involves treating oneself with the same kindness and understanding that one would offer to a close friend. This practice encourages individuals to acknowledge their strengths and weaknesses without judgment, fostering a balanced and realistic self-view. By cultivating self-compassion, we can develop a healthy sense of self-worth that is not contingent upon external validation. This internal sense of value empowers us to embrace our authentic selves, free from the need to conform to others' expectations or seek their approval. One of the fundamental principles in Buddhism is the concept of impermanence, anicca, which highlights that all things, including our thoughts and emotions, are transient and ever-changing. Understanding impermanence helps us realize that relying on external validation is futile, as the opinions and judgments of others are subject to change. This awareness encourages us to detach our self-worth from external factors, recognizing that our value is inherent and unchanging. By embracing impermanence, we can cultivate a sense of inner stability that remains unaffected by the fluctuating opinions of others. Furthermore, Buddhism emphasizes the importance of mindfulness, sati, which involves being fully present and aware of our thoughts and feelings without judgment. Mindfulness allows us to observe our tendency to seek external validation without becoming entangled in it. By practicing mindfulness, we can recognize when we are relying on external sources for our self-worth and gently redirect our focus inward. This mindful awareness fosters a deeper connection with our true selves, enabling us to cultivate self-acceptance and inner peace. When we shift our focus from external validation to internal self-worth, we embark on a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Embracing our uniqueness and appreciating our individual journey allows us to develop a stronger sense of self-compassion and acceptance. This shift leads to greater inner peace and freedom from jealousy, as we no longer feel the need to compare ourselves to others or seek their approval to feel good about who we are. Instead, we cultivate a sense of self-worth that is rooted in our own beliefs, values, and accomplishments. One of the most empowering aspects of letting go of external validation is the restoration of personal power. When we no longer depend on others for our self-worth, we reclaim our ability to define our own value and set our own standards. This self-empowerment allows us to pursue our goals and aspirations with confidence, free from the constraints of others' expectations. By trusting in our own judgment and embracing our strengths and weaknesses, we create an inner foundation of peace that is resilient to external influences. To further understand the transformative power of self-validation, let us consider some practical steps inspired by Buddhist teachings. 1. Cultivate self-compassion. Begin by treating yourself with kindness and understanding. Acknowledge your achievements and struggles without harsh self-criticism. Self-compassion fosters a healthier and more balanced sense of self-worth, reducing the need for external validation. 2. Practice mindfulness. Engage in mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing, or mindful walking. These practices help you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions, allowing you to recognize when you are seeking external validation and gently redirect your focus inward. 3. Embrace impermanence. Remind yourself of the transient nature of external opinions and judgments. Understanding that both praise and criticism are temporary can help you detach your self-worth from others' perceptions, fostering a more stable and enduring sense of self. 4. Focus on personal growth. Set goals that are meaningful to you, based on your own aspirations and values. Celebrate your progress and achievements, no matter how small, and recognize that everyone's journey is unique. By focusing on your own growth, you can cultivate a sense of fulfillment that is independent of others' accomplishments. 5. Engage in self-reflection. Take time to reflect on your own values, strengths, and areas for growth. Understanding your own identity and what truly matters to you can help you develop a strong sense of self-worth that is not reliant on external validation. 6. Limit exposure to triggers. Identify the situations, environments, or people that trigger the habit of seeking external validation and take steps to limit your exposure to them. This might involve curating your social media feeds, setting boundaries in relationships, or creating a more positive and supportive environment for yourself. 7. Seek support. Surround yourself with a supportive community or seek guidance from a counselor or spiritual mentor. Sharing your feelings with others can provide new perspectives and reinforce your commitment to focusing on your own journey. To illustrate the impact of moving away from external validation, consider the following scenarios. Imagine you are an aspiring artist who constantly seeks approval through social media likes and comments. While positive feedback can be encouraging, it can also create a dependency on external affirmation. If a post does not receive the expected response, you might begin to doubt your talent and question your worth as an artist. By shifting your focus inward, you can cultivate a sense of self-worth that is based on your passion and dedication to your craft, rather than the fluctuating opinions of others. This internal validation allows you to create art that is authentic and meaningful to you, free from the pressure of external expectations. In another scenario, consider a professional environment where employees seek approval from their superiors to feel valued. This reliance on external validation can lead to burnout, as individuals strive to meet others' expectations at the expense of their own well-being. By fostering a culture of self-validation and intrinsic motivation, employees can develop a stronger sense of self-worth that is not dependent on external praise. This shift can enhance job satisfaction, reduce stress, and promote a more harmonious and productive workplace. These examples highlight that true self-worth comes from within, rooted in self-compassion, acceptance, and personal growth. By embracing these principles, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience that is not easily swayed by external circumstances. This internal foundation of self-worth empowers us to live authentically, pursue our passions with confidence, and navigate life's challenges with grace and strength. Moreover, Buddhism teaches that our sense of self is interconnected with the world around us. By releasing the habit of seeking external validation, we contribute to a more compassionate and harmonious community. When we no longer view ourselves through the lens of others' opinions, we begin to see others as fellow travelers on their own unique journeys. This shift in perspective fosters empathy and understanding, creating stronger and more meaningful connections with those around us. Incorporating these Buddhist principles into your daily life requires commitment and practice. It is a gradual process of unlearning old habits and adopting new, healthier ways of thinking. Here are some additional strategies to support your journey towards self-validation. Daily reflection. Set aside time each day to reflect on your thoughts and experiences. Use this time to identify instances where you sought external validation and consciously decide to let go of those thoughts. Journaling can be a helpful tool for this reflection, allowing you to articulate your feelings and track your progress over time. Affirmations. Use positive affirmations to reinforce your commitment to self-validation. Phrases like, "I am enough just as I am," or "I celebrate my unique path," can help shift your mindset and reinforce your intention to embrace your individuality. Visualization. Visualize yourself living a life free from the need for external validation. Imagine the freedom and peace that come from focusing on your own growth and celebrating your achievements. This mental imagery can strengthen your resolve and make the process of letting go feel more tangible and achievable. Gratitude practice. Cultivate a habit of gratitude by regularly acknowledging the positive aspects of your life. Recognizing and appreciating what you have can counterbalance the negative emotions associated with seeking external validation, making it easier to focus on your own journey. In conclusion, relying on external validation is a common but ultimately unsatisfying habit that can hinder our personal growth and happiness. Buddhism offers valuable wisdom on the importance of cultivating self-worth from within, emphasizing self-compassion, acceptance, and mindfulness. By letting go of the need for external approval, we can develop a deeper sense of self-worth, inner peace, and fulfillment that is independent of others' opinions. Embracing these principles not only enhances our own well-being, but also contributes to more compassionate and harmonious relationships with those around us. As you embark on this journey of self-validation, remember to be patient and compassionate with yourself, celebrating each step towards a more authentic and fulfilling life. 6. Quit dwelling on the past. The past is a powerful force that many of us find ourselves attached to, often without even realizing it. It can be easy to get caught up in memories of things we regret, mistakes we've made, or people who have hurt us. We replay these moments over and over in our minds, wishing we could change them, trying to understand what went wrong, or feeling angry about how things turned out. In doing so, we become emotionally and mentally anchored in what is long gone, preventing us from fully experiencing the present. Buddhism teaches us that attachment to the past creates suffering, and that letting go of it is essential for inner peace. When we dwell on the past, we often trap ourselves in a cycle of regret, guilt, or sorrow. We let the events that have already occurred dictate how we feel today. This can lead to a profound sense of stagnation as we remain stuck in negative emotions from years or even decades ago. The more time and energy we spend thinking about the past, the less we are able to invest in our present life, and the more we prevent ourselves from moving forward with clarity and purpose. At the heart of Buddhist philosophy is the understanding of impermanence, anicca. The Buddha taught that everything in life is transient, constantly changing, and nothing remains the same. This principle applies to our thoughts, emotions, relationships, and experiences. By internalizing the concept of impermanence, we begin to see that clinging to the past is futile because what once was cannot remain unchanged. This recognition helps us let go of the attachments that bind us to former hurts and regrets, allowing us to embrace the fluid nature of existence. One of the key concepts in Buddhism is the practice of mindfulness, sati, being present in the moment without judgment or attachment. Mindfulness involves observing our thoughts and feelings as they arise, acknowledging them without becoming entangled in them. When we practice mindfulness, we train ourselves to notice when we are dwelling on the past and gently redirect our focus back to the present. This conscious awareness helps us break free from the habitual patterns of overthinking and emotional entanglement with bygone events. When we find ourselves dwelling on something from the past, mindfulness encourages us to acknowledge the thought without becoming absorbed by it. Instead of allowing our minds to spiral into endless replaying of past events, we learn to observe these thoughts as passing phenomena. This detached observation helps us understand that while the past is a part of our story, it does not define who we are now or who we can become. We can learn from the past, extracting valuable lessons and insights, but it is crucial not to let it control our present emotions or dictate our future actions. Letting go of the past is not about erasing it from your memory or pretending it never happened. It's about releasing the emotional grip it has on you. If you've experienced loss, trauma, or pain, it's crucial to allow yourself to grieve and heal, but also to recognize that carrying the weight of the past doesn't help you heal. By accepting that life moves forward and that change is inevitable, you allow yourself to grow and embrace the possibilities of what's to come. The practice of forgiveness, both for others and for ourselves, is an important part of this process. Often the reason we hold on to the past is that we have not forgiven ourselves or others for things that have happened. But forgiveness does not mean that we condone the wrongs that were done. It simply means that we release ourselves from the emotional burden of resentment, anger, and regret. When we forgive, we let go of the emotional hold the past has on us, and we free ourselves to live more fully in the present. Forgiveness is a profound act of self-liberation. It involves acknowledging the hurt or wrong that has been inflicted, understanding its impact on your life, and then making a conscious decision to release the associated negative emotions. This does not mean forgetting or excusing the behavior, but rather choosing to move beyond it for your own well-being. In Buddhism, forgiveness is seen as a way to cleanse the mind of toxic emotions, paving the way for compassion and understanding to flourish. Letting go of the past also involves changing the way we view our experiences. It means recognizing that every event, every moment, and every relationship is a part of our journey. Even if certain things were painful or difficult, they have contributed to who we are today. In Buddhism, we learn to view life with equanimity, understanding that suffering is a natural part of existence, but it does not have to define us. By embracing both the good and the bad as integral parts of our personal evolution, we can free ourselves from being trapped in the past. This balanced perspective allows us to see challenges and hardships as opportunities for growth and learning. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, we can interpret them as valuable lessons that shape our character and resilience. This shift in mindset transforms our relationship with the past from one of regret and sorrow to one of acceptance and appreciation for the wisdom gained through experience. Another essential aspect of letting go of the past is allowing ourselves to dream, hope, and plan for the future. When we are constantly looking backward, we miss the chance to envision the future we want to create. The Buddha's teachings encourage us to live with intention and to recognize that we have the power to shape our future through our actions, choices, and mindset in the present moment. By focusing on what is before us, we allow ourselves the freedom to grow, to explore new possibilities, and to let go of the old attachments that no longer serve us. Living with intention involves setting meaningful goals and making conscious choices that align with our values and aspirations. It means taking responsibility for our own happiness and fulfillment, rather than relying on past circumstances or external factors. By directing our energy towards constructive and positive endeavors, we create a future that reflects our true desires and potentials. Dwelling on the past also prevents us from cultivating gratitude for what we have in the present. We may become so focused on what we've lost or what went wrong that we fail to notice the blessings in our current lives. Practicing gratitude is a powerful antidote to dwelling on the past. When we shift our focus to appreciating what we have right now, our relationships, health, opportunities, and the beauty of life, we begin to cultivate a deeper sense of contentment and peace. Gratitude helps us break free from the mental patterns that keep us stuck in the past and encourages us to fully embrace the present moment. Gratitude practice involves regularly acknowledging and appreciating the positive aspects of our lives. This can be done through simple daily rituals, such as keeping a gratitude journal where you write down things you are thankful for each day, or by taking a few moments each morning to reflect on the blessings in your life. By consciously focusing on gratitude, we rewire our brains to notice and cherish the good, reducing the tendency to dwell on negative past experiences. To further enhance the process of letting go of the past, Buddhism offers various practical techniques and meditative practices. One such practice is the metta bhavana, or loving-kindness meditation, which involves cultivating unconditional love and goodwill towards oneself and others. This practice helps in healing emotional wounds and fostering a sense of compassion and forgiveness. By regularly practicing loving-kindness meditation, we can gradually release the attachments to past hurts and open our hearts to positive emotions and experiences. Another effective technique is the body scan meditation, where you systematically focus on different parts of your body, noticing any sensations without trying to change them. This practice helps you become more aware of your physical presence and grounds you in the present moment, reducing the tendency to ruminate on past events. By developing a deeper connection with your body, you enhance your ability to stay present and let go of mental distractions. Additionally, engaging in creative activities such as painting, writing, or playing music can provide a therapeutic outlet for expressing and processing past emotions. These activities allow you to channel your energy into something constructive and fulfilling, helping to shift your focus from the past to the present and future. Letting go of the past is a gradual and ongoing process that requires patience, self-compassion, and consistent practice. It involves transforming our relationship with our memories and experiences, viewing them as part of our personal journey rather than as defining moments that hold us back. By embracing mindfulness, forgiveness, and gratitude, we can cultivate a mindset that is open to growth and renewal, free from the emotional constraints of the past. As you embark on this journey of letting go, remember that it is not about forgetting or denying your experiences, but about releasing the emotional hold they have on you. It is about finding peace in the present moment and creating a future that is guided by your authentic self and your true aspirations. Embrace the wisdom of Buddhism, which offers valuable insights and practices to help you navigate the complexities of letting go and moving forward with clarity and purpose. In conclusion, attachment to the past is a significant source of suffering that hinders our ability to live fully in the present and embrace the future. Buddhism provides profound teachings on the importance of letting go, emphasizing mindfulness, impermanence, forgiveness, and gratitude as essential tools for releasing the emotional grip of the past. By integrating these principles into our lives, we can cultivate inner peace, resilience, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. Letting go of the past is not an easy feat, but with dedication and practice, it is a transformative journey that leads to a more serene and empowered existence. 7. Quit being afraid to let go. Fear of letting go is a deeply rooted habit that often holds us back from embracing change, growth, and new opportunities. It's a fear that manifests when we hold on to people, possessions, beliefs, or situations out of attachment or insecurity. We might fear losing something familiar, even if it no longer serves us, whether it's a relationship that has become toxic, a job that stifles us, or old habits that no longer align with our goals. This fear is not merely a fleeting emotion. It is a powerful force that can shape our decisions, influence our well-being, and determine the trajectory of our lives. Letting go can feel like stepping into the unknown. The unknown is inherently uncomfortable because it disrupts our sense of control and predictability. However, Buddhism teaches us that attachment is the root cause of suffering, and it is through the practice of detachment that we find true peace and freedom. The fear of letting go often stems from the belief that we need to hold on to something in order to feel secure or complete. We think that without it, we will be lost, lonely, or incomplete. But the Buddha's teachings remind us that nothing in life is permanent. All things, including people, situations, and even our own beliefs, are impermanent. The more we cling to them, the more we resist the natural flow of life. We try to control what we cannot, and in doing so, we create unnecessary suffering for ourselves. Buddhism emphasizes the principle of impermanence, anicca, which teaches that all phenomena are transient and ever-changing. This understanding helps us recognize that holding on to the past or clinging to the present can hinder our ability to adapt and thrive. By internalizing the concept of impermanence, we begin to see that change is not something to be feared, but rather an integral part of existence. This perspective allows us to approach letting go not as a loss, but as a natural progression towards growth and renewal. Letting go is not about giving up. It is about releasing the emotional or mental grip that we have on things that are holding us back. It is about recognizing that change is inevitable and embracing it with openness and acceptance. When we let go, we allow space for new experiences, growth, and opportunities. We stop fearing change and start trusting in the flow of life. Buddhism teaches us that by letting go of attachments, we free ourselves to live with greater clarity, peace, and ease. One of the profound teachings in Buddhism is the practice of mindfulness, sati, which involves being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment. Mindfulness allows us to observe our fears and attachments without becoming entangled in them. When we practice mindfulness, we develop the ability to witness our fears of letting go without being overwhelmed by them. This detached observation creates a space where we can process our emotions calmly and rationally, enabling us to make conscious decisions rather than being driven by fear. Another key concept is the middle way, which advocates for a balanced approach to life, avoiding extremes of indulgence and austerity. In the context of letting go, the middle way encourages us to neither cling desperately to what we have, nor reject it entirely without consideration. Instead, it promotes a harmonious balance where we appreciate and value what we have while remaining open to change and new possibilities. This balanced approach helps us navigate the challenges of letting go with grace and resilience. The act of letting go is also deeply connected to our sense of self. We often tie our identity to the people, possessions, or roles we play in life. For example, we might define ourselves by our job, our relationships, or our material possessions. But when these things change or disappear, fear may make us feel as though we have lost a part of ourselves. The fear of letting go comes from the mistaken belief that our identity is tied to what we have or who we are with. In Buddhism, we are taught that our true nature is not defined by external circumstances. Our essence lies in our awareness, compassion, and wisdom. By letting go of our attachments, we reconnect with our true self, the part of us that is constant and unchanging regardless of what happens in the outside world. This reconnection with our true self is facilitated through practices such as meditation and self-reflection. Meditation helps us quiet the mind and tap into our inner wisdom, allowing us to see beyond our fears and attachments. Self-reflection, on the other hand, encourages us to examine the roots of our fears and understand the underlying reasons for our attachments. By engaging in these practices, we cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and our motivations, empowering us to let go with confidence and compassion. Letting go can also be an act of self-compassion. Sometimes we hold on to relationships, jobs, or situations because we feel guilty about leaving or changing them. We fear that letting go might hurt others or disappoint them. But in Buddhism, we learn that we must first take care of ourselves in order to take care of others. By letting go of what no longer serves us, we create space for a life that is aligned with our values and well-being. This is not selfish. It is an act of honoring our own needs and creating a life that is filled with purpose and authenticity. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a close friend. It means acknowledging our struggles and imperfections without harsh self-criticism. When we approach letting go with self-compassion, we reduce the fear and resistance that often accompany change. Instead of viewing letting go as a failure or a loss, we see it as a courageous step towards personal growth and healing. Another reason we fear letting go is that we associate it with loss. We fear that by releasing something, we will be left with emptiness or grief. However, Buddhism teaches us that emptiness is not something to be feared. It is a space of potential. When we let go of what no longer serves us, we make room for something new, something that can bring us greater peace and fulfillment. Just as a garden must be cleared of weeds in order for new flowers to grow, we too must let go of old attachments to allow for the growth of new possibilities. This perspective transforms our relationship with loss, viewing it not as an end, but as a beginning. It encourages us to embrace the opportunities that arise from letting go, fostering a sense of hope and optimism for the future. By seeing loss as a natural part of life's cycle, we can navigate it with resilience and grace, knowing that each ending paves the way for a new beginning. The fear of letting go can also stem from a sense of control. We often hold on to things because we want to maintain control over our lives. Letting go means surrendering that control, which can feel uncomfortable. But Buddhism teaches that true freedom comes not from control, but from acceptance, the acceptance of the impermanence of life and the understanding that we cannot control everything. Letting go is about trusting that, even if we don't know what comes next, we will be okay. It is an act of faith in the flow of life and in our own ability to adapt and grow. This acceptance does not imply passivity or resignation. Rather, it signifies a proactive embrace of life's uncertainties. By accepting what we cannot change, we free ourselves from the futile attempt to control every outcome, allowing us to focus our energy on what we can influence, our own thoughts, actions, and responses. This shift from control to acceptance fosters a sense of inner peace and empowers us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and confidence. When we practice letting go, we start to free ourselves from the fear that has been keeping us stuck. We let go of the fear of uncertainty, the fear of losing something important, and the fear of being without. By doing so, we open ourselves to a life of greater freedom, peace, and joy. We become more resilient in the face of change and more able to navigate life's inevitable ups and downs with grace and wisdom. To further support the process of letting go, Buddhism offers various practical techniques and meditative practices. One such practice is the metta bhavana, or loving-kindness meditation, which involves cultivating unconditional love and goodwill towards oneself and others. This practice helps in healing emotional wounds and fostering a sense of compassion and forgiveness. By regularly practicing loving-kindness meditation, we can gradually release the attachments to past hurts and open our hearts to positive emotions and experiences. Another effective technique is the body scan meditation, where you systematically focus on different parts of your body, noticing any sensations without trying to change them. This practice helps you become more aware of your physical presence and grounds you in the present moment, reducing the tendency to ruminate on past events. By developing a deeper connection with your body, you enhance your ability to stay present and let go of mental distractions. Additionally, engaging in creative activities such as painting, writing, or playing music can provide a therapeutic outlet for expressing and processing past emotions. These activities allow you to channel your energy into something constructive and fulfilling, helping to shift your focus from the past to the present and future. Creative expression fosters a sense of accomplishment and joy, reinforcing the positive aspects of letting go and embracing new beginnings. Letting go of the past is a gradual and ongoing process that requires patience, self-compassion, and consistent practice. It involves transforming our relationship with our memories and experiences, viewing them as part of our personal journey rather than as defining moments that hold us back. By embracing mindfulness, forgiveness, and gratitude, we can cultivate a mindset that is open to growth and renewal, free from the emotional constraints of the past. As you embark on this journey of letting go, remember that it is not about forgetting or denying your experiences, but about releasing the emotional hold they have on you. It is about finding peace in the present moment and creating a future that is guided by your authentic self and your true aspirations. Embrace the wisdom of Buddhism, which offers valuable insights and practices to help you navigate the complexities of letting go and moving forward with clarity and purpose. In conclusion, the fear of letting go is a significant barrier that prevents us from embracing change and realizing our full potential. Buddhism provides profound teachings on the importance of detachment, mindfulness, and self-compassion as essential tools for overcoming this fear. By understanding the impermanent nature of life, practicing mindfulness to stay present, and cultivating self-compassion to support our journey, we can release our attachments and fears. Letting go becomes not only possible, but also a pathway to greater peace, freedom, and fulfillment. Embrace the transformative power of letting go and open yourself to the endless possibilities that lie ahead, guided by the timeless wisdom of Buddhism. Letting go is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice that we engage in throughout our lives. Each day presents us with new opportunities to release what no longer serves us, whether it's a negative thought that clouds our mind, a toxic relationship that drains our energy, or an outdated belief that limits our potential. Every act of letting go is a step toward creating more space for light, love, and clarity in our lives. By consciously choosing to release what weighs us down, we embrace the inherent beauty of impermanence, recognizing that change is not only inevitable, but also essential for our growth and well-being. The process of letting go is integral to living a peaceful, mindful, and fulfilling life. When we let go, we allow life to flow through us more freely, unencumbered by the mental and emotional baggage that keeps us stuck in the past or paralyzed by fear of the future. This freedom opens us up to new experiences and opportunities, fostering a sense of adaptability and resilience. We begin to trust in the natural unfolding of life, understanding that we have the capacity to adapt, grow, and thrive no matter what challenges come our way. Embracing the practice of letting go means recognizing that holding on to certain habits, thoughts, or relationships no longer benefits us. It involves a mindful awareness of what we choose to keep and what we decide to release. Each time we let go, we strengthen our ability to live more fully in the present moment, free from the distractions and burdens of the past. This continuous practice nurtures our mental and emotional well-being, allowing us to cultivate inner peace and clarity. Buddhism teaches us that letting go of attachments is fundamental to achieving true freedom and happiness. By releasing our grip on overthinking, comparison, and other unhealthy habits, we create a pathway to live more authentically and harmoniously. Letting go is not about giving up or losing something valuable. Rather, it is about making room for what truly matters and aligns with our deepest values and aspirations. It is an act of self-compassion, honoring our need for peace and balance in our lives. Trusting in the process of letting go also means having faith in ourselves and our journey. It reassures us that by releasing what no longer serves us, we are not losing anything essential. Instead, we are gaining peace, freedom, and the possibility of living a life that is more aligned with our true selves. This trust empowers us to move forward with confidence, knowing that we are capable of handling whatever comes our way. As we work on freeing our minds from these limiting habits, each step we take brings us closer to a life of happiness and balance. Letting go allows us to break free from the constraints that hold us back, enabling us to pursue our passions and live with intention. It fosters a sense of liberation, where we are no longer defined by our past mistakes or the expectations of others, but by our own values and the authentic path we choose to follow. In embracing the continuous practice of letting go, we unlock the door to a more peaceful and fulfilling future. We create space for new beginnings, allowing ourselves to grow and evolve in ways that bring us closer to our true potential. Let go, trust in the flow of life, and open yourself to the endless possibilities that lie ahead. Thank you for watching. For more insights on Buddhism, mindfulness, and personal growth, may you continue your journey toward inner peace, and may your mind be free.